Hi, boys and girls. It is time for math. And today we're learning about the nickel. Yesterday we learned about pennies. Today we are learning about nickels. And so you can ask a grown-up at home, or maybe you have your own piggy bank and you can grab a nickel and look at it with me. On the front of our nickel, we knew a lot about pennies yesterday, and so I think we know almost as much about nickels. Who is on the front of our nickel? It is Thomas Jefferson. We know about Thomas Jefferson. Remember, he wrote the Declaration of Independence. He was our which president? He was our third president. So Thomas Jefferson is on the nickel, and the nickel is worth 5 cents. And so yesterday with our pennies, I have a whole pile of pennies here. If we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies, it would be the same as 1 nickel. See, it's easier to carry 1 nickel in your pocket than 5 pennies, right? So 5 cents. 5 pennies is 5 cents, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. And something cool about nickels, when you want to count them, you can just count by fives. And we've counted by fives a little bit in class. And there's going to be a video today, counting by 5 video, so make sure you practice your counting by fives so that you can practice counting your nickels. And to practice counting our nickels, Miss Barrett and I are going to play a game. All right, let me move my book here. In the game, you can, I hope you saved your dice from yesterday. I forgot to tell you to save it. So if you still have your dice from yesterday, or just any dice at home, get your dice out, and if you have a partner, and if you don't have a partner, you could still do this on your own. Get a pile of pennies and nickels if you have them at home. If you don't, that's okay too. You can watch us play and help us practice counting. So when we roll our dice, so if I roll my dice, I rolled a 1, so I get 1 penny. Miss Barrett, will you roll your dice?
Okay, here we go. Ooh.
What did she get?
6.
She got a 6. So since she got a 6, if she takes 6 cents, she could take 1 nickel plus 1 penny, because 5 plus 1 is 6. So go ahead and take yours.
So there's 5 plus 1, 6. I have 1 nickel and 1 penny.
And for the whole game, when you get to, say when I get to 5 cents, I can trade my penny for a nickel. And then the player that gets 5 nickels first wins. Everybody got it?
All right.
Okay, let's play. So we'll put our stuff back.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to go first?
Thank you. Here we go. I got a 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies, 4 cents.
Not quite enough for a nickel, huh? Oh, I got a 6. So I'm going to take a nickel and 1 penny.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, I got a 6. So I'm going to take a nickel and 1 penny. That makes 6 cents. But also, am I doing this right, Mrs. Rogers? I already have 4 pennies, and I just got another penny. So 5 pennies is the same as 1 nickel. So I'm going to trade my 5 pennies in and grab 1 more nickel.
Okay, she's already beating me just like yesterday. I hope I can win today. Oh, I got a 5. So what can I get? Do I have to get 5 pennies, or I could get a nickel? Now we're tied.
Okay, I got a 3. I'll take 3 pennies. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 6 again. So that means I get to get a 5 and a 1, a nickel and a penny. And now I have 3 nickels and I have 2 pennies, so I don't have enough to get another nickel yet.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, just 1 penny, 1 cent.
Okay, I'm gonna roll, and 2. 2 pennies, 1, 2. I only have 4, so I can't get another nickel yet.
Woohoo! Got
Ooh.
6. So I'm gonna take 1 nickel and 1 penny. That's 6 cents. But again, I have 4 pennies sitting here, so I'm gonna add my other penny. So I have 5 pennies. I can trade that for 1 nickel.
Oh, Miss Barrett has 4 nickels. Ooh. 2. So I can get 1, 2 pennies. I already had 4 pennies. So 4 plus 2 more is 6. So I can take 5 of those pennies and get another nickel.
Ooh, now you're ahead, Mrs. Rogers.
Oh, it's going to be a close one.
3. 1, 2, 3. 3 pennies, 3 cents.
Ooh. What did I get? I got a 5. I can get a nickel. And now I have 5 nickels.
And now Mrs. Rogers just won.
Miss Barrett won yesterday. I won today. We're even. Okay, boys and girls. So you can play this at home, or you can even just practice with your dice and your nickels and your counting by 5. So super fun, and you can play as much as you want. All right, we're going to move on to our, thank you, Miss Barrett. We're going to move on to our worksheets. A nickel, it looks like our penny worksheet yesterday. You're going to write the word nickel 3 times. Oh, and the top, it tells us the nickel is called 5 cents. And it shows a different way to write 5 cents. Thomas Jefferson is our 3rd president, and he is on the front of the nickel. And yesterday we talked about this sign. It is what sign is it? The cent sign. Yes, it means we don't have dollars, but we have cents. And it shows right here when we count our nickels. Now remember, yesterday we counted our pennies and we just got to count by ones. We're counting our 5s today because we're counting nickels, so make sure you count by 5s. 1 nickel is equal to 5 cents. 3 nickels is equal to, let's count by 5s, 5, 10, 15. 15 cents. And if you need to use the pennies that you have out to practice counting, or the nickels out to practice counting, that's a good idea too. And then we have 2 nickels down here. I'm going to let you count that one on your own. And then you can color your nickel, the front and the back. And then we did this yesterday with our pennies. And we can take our nickel and we could do a rubbing on it if you would like. So I'm going to color the nickel, color over the nickel, and then you can see the designs come out. Turn it over. Let's do the back of the nickel. And so you can show me the designs on both sides of your nickel right there at the bottom of your paper. Okay, our next paper, it's called Identify Coins. That means you're looking for certain coins. It says, can you tell the difference between a quarter and a nickel? Now, a quarter is 25 cents, and we will talk about that another day. But those are the bigger coins. I will grab a quarter to show you. Okay, I'm back. Here is our quarter. Here is our nickel. See that the quarter is bigger than the nickel, and our first president, George Washington, is on the quarter. So when we look at our paper, it says what's different about a penny and a dime, and even a dime is 10 cents, and it's the smallest coin, and we'll talk that about another day. But it says underline all the quarters, circle all the dimes, and put an X on all the nickels, and put a square around all the pennies. So as you do it, you can even get your own coins and put them over the top to help recognize. So let's do a couple real quick. Put an underline under the quarters. So there's my great big quarters. I'm going to put underline, underline, and it shows you what shape. A circle, all the dimes. The dimes are the tiniest and worth 10 cents. So we're going to circle some dimes. There's a dime. Let's see, there's a dime. And then put an X on all the nickels. So nickels, we did those today. Look for Thomas Jefferson, and you can put an X on your nickels. And they can be front or back, so don't let it trick you. And then a square around the pennies. There's our friend Abraham Lincoln on the penny. And so you can continue and fill up the whole paper, and then you can go back and count. How many quarters did you find? How many dimes did you find? How many nickels? And how many pennies? All right, and then when you get done with that, just for some fun practice, I would like to see you practice your subtraction today. And you can use the clovers to help you. And you can cross off. So 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clovers. And minus, we're going to take away 4. So let's cross off 4 clovers. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is left? Just 1. You guys know how to do it. We have done it in class quite a bit. So, and you can do the rest on your own. Okay, boys and girls, have fun with your nickels.